I'm going to show you how to do the trapezoid block. So we're going to take this dark fabric right here, and we're going to take this black triangle, and we're going to take the side that has the tip already cut off, and we're going to bring it in just a little bit off of the edge of this parallel side over here. We're not going to line it up completely, but we're going to bring it in just a little bit where you can see that. It's almost a 1/4 of an inch, maybe not, maybe a scant 1/4 of an inch. So you the ideal is that when you press this out, you want these edges to be straight, just like that. So you might have to play around with that on your machine. Different machines sew differently. Everybody's 1/4 of an inch is different. So anyway, so actually we're gonna sew all the way across here, and we're gonna stop about right here, and we're gonna leave that seam open. So we're gonna stop about a 1/4 of an inch away from the end and not finish that seam out and leave it open. So give me just a second and I'll sew that. Okay, there's what it looks like sewn. So we've sewn from this edge all the way to about right there and stopped and left that open. So now we're going to press it out, and we're going to, I'll just finger press it real quick, just like that. And I'll go ahead and stick the iron on it real quick. Okay, so now we have these pieces that are lined up like that. So now we're going to turn it towards you like that, and we're going to take the red piece, which is the medium, and we are going to line it up across the top like that to where we basically have the same amount of little points sticking out on each side. So now that's the second piece. We're going to sew all the way across there from point to point. So give me just a second and I'll sew that. Okay, now the second piece is sewn on from point to point. So now let's press it out away from the black, just like that. Okay, so now that's pressed. So now we're going to flip it around. We're going to kind of fold that little purple piece under, and we're going to turn out that little corner of that black triangle so we can sew on the next piece there. Okay, now we're ready to add the light piece of fabric. So now we are going across these two fabrics, and I've kind of folded this little piece under, and I've untucked that little corner there to make it come all the way out to the edge. And so now we're going to do the same thing as before. We're just going to lay this yellow piece on there and center it up so that we have about the same amount of peak out here as we do over here. And now I'm going to sew from edge to edge all the way across there. Okay, now that piece is sewn on all the way across, and you can see those the little black corners sticking out, and then the medium corner over here sticking out. So now we're just gonna press that out like that, kind of press it. Okay, and so now all of that should be nice and caught in there, and so we're just gonna flip this out like this, and we're going to finish this seam from where it stops right here all the way out there, and we just have a little peak sticking out. So give me a second to sew that. Okay, now that seam is completed from where we left off when we first started the black triangle and finished it out to the end. And so now when we flip that out, that completes the block. So let's press. And there is your trapezoid block, all finished.